Hey everybody, it's Jim with Triple J Bricks. Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be doing a little then and now comparison between a pirate ship that came out in 2020, number 31109. This is the 3-in-1 Creator pirate ship. And a pirate ship that came out in 1993, which was a part of my childhood, number 6268, the Renegade Runner. But first, before we can compare the two, we first have to build the Renegade Runner. And this is the original instruction booklet that came with the set that I got back in 1993. And not only do I have all the instructions, but I still have all of the original parts, including the fabric flags. They're a little weathered, but they still look pretty good, I think. And on top of that, we also had the 4 original minifigs that came with the set. We had the 2 sort of pirates. These were just generically known as the pirates. I believe the red one was unique to the set. The rest of them all came in other sets. And then we had the first mate. He was known as First Mate Rummy, I think. We had him. He showed up in a bunch of different sets. And then we had the pirate Captain Ironhook. This guy only showed up in 2 pirate sets back in the day, apparently, according to Brick Economy. And so, but I have all of those minifigs, so it came with 4. And then obviously, sort of the big part of this set that makes it so different, let's compare it before we even compare it, is the ship hull itself. This was not a brick-built hull back in 1993. In fact, the set only has 178 pieces compared to the 1264 that the other pirate ship set has. But that's because this entire ship is done. All you got to do is put in a couple 2x4 bricks to connect the bottom, and you're ready to start, adding all the additional details. So with that, let's get building. Okay, let's first take a look at the finished product of Renegade Runner. This build really brought me back. There are some cool details in this set, including a working compass that, as far as I'm aware, does still work. We have a rudder down here, brick built rudder. We have this kind of special piece that came in the back here. I've never seen a piece like that before, but that is one single piece. We have the flag, the big pirate flag. We have the captain holding his little map, and some clips here with a rifle and a sword. We have the first mate with his gun and a sword. And then the pirates, we have these little spinning guns they might have to shoot with. And then inside of here, it completely rotates all the way around. This is on a turntable. That minifig is in the way. But so you can basically shoot this cannon from either side. There's some cannonballs down in there, the treasure chest, this other guy right here, and then we have the mast, which is the front. I think this plate needs to be one bigger. This looked confusing. I think I grabbed the wrong plate for this. Then we have this little sort of, I guess this is sort of their attempt at a masthead. And that just sort of sits on that modified plate there. And then, yeah, they are all connected with strings going all the way up through this little headlight brick, another flag, and then this comes down all the way over to here and somehow ties. I just kind of loosely tied it. And then, of course, the main pirate flag is just sitting on these modified plates, just pop through the holes there. It's all still intact and all in pretty good shape. I mean, obviously some of these gray boards are weathered looking. They are not the bluish, light bluish gray. They are the original gray, so they are a little yellowed, but for the most part, this is all, I believe, mostly the original pieces and mostly the original minifigs. Could be that they have some different legs and things, but yeah, this build it doesn't take very long. I mean, it's a pretty simple build. However, what I kind of forgot about was when I was going through the instruction booklet, let me grab that over here. The instruction booklet, you forget that Lego really didn't used to, they would sort of show where things go, but generally speaking, as soon as a new step would happen, they would show you like the mini build that you would have to do to connect to the main part, but they wouldn't necessarily show you the parts or highlight them the way they do now. And I kind of forgot that when I was going through this instruction booklet, which, you know, it changes your brain a little bit. It was a little bit more difficult back in the day. Okay, now let's look at the 3-in-1 creator set. I'm not going to do like a full deep dive into this. It's pretty clear that this is obviously a lot more detailed. There's angled window pieces here. We have obviously a full brick built hull all the way around, more windows, a lot more detail going on here. We have brick built sails here, including the pirate logo tiled off on the top there. There's no strings. These are just sort of silicone pieces that connect and look really, really nice. There's our captain. This obviously, again, is not a one-to-one build. This would be more representative of one of the larger, older ships. This set was $39.75 retail in 1993, whereas this was $119.99 retail in 2020. And so obviously they are different. I'm not trying to make a direct comparison, but what I would like to highlight is just sort of the differences with all of the larger molded pieces, including the hull, and obviously just a lot less parts usage in a build like this than there was in builds like this. Lego just doesn't do those big molded pieces anymore. There's not massive molded base plates anymore. Everything is very, very much brick built, and obviously this has a ton more detail in it. A little mermaid as the little masthead. There's even a crow's nest. You have the captain. You have his first mate. And then in the back here, you have sort of just a generic pirate. He's got a little smirk on his face. So you only get one additional pirate here, but this looks like a ship that needs at least 4 minifigs to run versus the Renegade Runner. Again, it has 1,264 pieces and retailed for $119.99. So this set would come out to about 9.5 cents per piece. This has 1,096 more pieces, 1,086 more pieces than this ship does. 9 cents per piece. This set, if you were to add inflation, this set would cost $83.93 in today's money. This set probably would be closer to $50 today if it was sold, but if you were to account for inflation at 178 pieces, would be 47 cents per piece, which obviously is insane and would not happen today. But it is fun to sort of look at it and think about it from that perspective. I mean, it's really cool. It was a very fun to put this back together again and to sort of see it next to sort of a pirate ship from today. And again, remember, I spent 20 years separated. Like, this is what I built as a kid. This is what I built today. I mean, you can still play with this one. The nostalgia factor is here. It's obviously still very playable, but I have to say, obviously, the building experience today versus 1993 was and is vastly superior. It's just a lot more creative. It's a lot more detail oriented. Overall, very, very fun, and it was really cool to see them side to side now. Everybody, thank you so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. Remember, if you have not subscribed to this channel yet, it would be massively helpful. Leave a comment and a like on the video as well. And I look forward to doing more of these videos in the future. And until the next time, remember, keep on building. Jim out!